Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good morning. Just watched an interesting game between Villa and Leeds. Villa was down, came back to win. And they're now fourth in the table. Interesting time. Good morning. We're here for the North London Derby. As I said, Jamaica London Derby. Tottenham versus Arsenal. Should be a good game. I'm not sure we're in the best place, given injuries, to play the game at this time. But it should be a really interesting game. If I go to the tables, if I put up the lineup, we are, 3 points ahead of Chelsea, which, if you told me this 3 weeks ago, I'd be very surprised, given where Liverpool was, say 4 weeks ago, and where Man City were, where Man City was, I should say. But the numbers are the numbers, and we have lost one game against Liverpool, against a miracle shot by Szoboszlai. So we're in a good place, but we're struggling with injuries. We're missing Gyökeres, we're missing Havertz. I think Madueke is back today. We're missing a series of players, and that's not good. What's up, Odell? No, you're only 3 points behind. What are you talking about? And we play you next week. So if we lose today and you beat us, you're in the lead. So you're in a good spot. And people, as you come in, please hit the like button. You're in a good spot. Odell. Good morning, Odell. How you doing? You're in a really good spot, actually. But if we go to the starting lineups, as you can see there, Arsenal has Ray and goal, the indomitable Timber, the Rose Rice and Saliba, the Ecuadorian Nkape, who is now coming to the team. It was when he first joined us from Leverkusen. He was injured and was out for a while, but now, given that Gabriel is out for a couple of months, he's going to be the starting left-sided center-back, and he plays for Ecuador team that doesn't give up goals, so hopefully that stays the same with Arsenal. We have Rice in the number 8, Zubamendi playing the 6, and Eze the 10, and Eze needs to start playing better. He's strolling like he did at Palace. You can't stroll at Arsenal. You have to play with more, as they say in Jamaica, commitment. For commitment. Then up front, we have Saka, Trossard, and Marino. So we have a makeshift center forward who has done well, but he's not a true center forward, is he? On the bench, we have Masquera, we have White, we have Martinelli, Norgard, Madueke, Nwaneri, Lewis Kelly, and Dauman. So 3 teenagers on the bench. It's going to be interesting when Havertz, Odegaard, Gabriel, what's am I missing? I'm missing somebody else. Come back. Who doesn't get to be in the match squad. It's going to be interesting. Bless up Joy Black. It's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. I think Nwaneri may have to go out on loan, and maybe Max Dauman. And the Dauman is just 15. He's not even 16 yet. That's crazy, people. That's crazy to be. You remember when you were 15 playing football or 16, you weren't thinking about no first team. I mean, I wasn't. That wasn't even a consideration in terms of at this level, not first team in terms of your club team, but at a level of the Premier League. That's crazy, actually. You see Yamal and Dom and all those kids, they just get younger. But I guess the technical training gets better as time progresses. But it should be a good game. What do you guys think of the lineup? I think Arsenal lineup is what it is. I mean, White is not going to play Timber. Martinelli, Trossard. I probably play Martinelli given how well he's been playing this season. He has been an impact sub. But Trossard is a good goal scorer. I am not the biggest Trossard fan, but he's done well. Nogard from Brentford is the 6. He's okay. Madueke has been dynamic for Arsenal before he got injured. But what's really interesting for Madueke is, if you look at the stats, 0 goals, 0 assists. So he's great on the eyes, but as I've always said, when you assess players, it's a combination of both the optics and the substance. The optics is what you see and what it looks like, and some of the qualitative factors, which you can see in the stats, like how you move on the ball, how you cover, things of that nature. The substantive to me, though, is the stats, which is how much goal you score, how much corners, how many crosses you put in, how many balls you win, how many touches you get, how many turnovers you have. Those are important stats, even though I know some people in some other countries, or some country I know, don't believe in stats. Yesterday, we had some interesting results. I probably should read out those results yesterday, actually, before we jump into today in its totality. Even though I know them by heart, but I'm going to look them up anyway. Yesterday, we had Chelsea winning, so that took Chelsea into second place. We have Brighton beating Brentford. Brentford missed a penalty in the last part of the game, so Brighton beat them 2-1. Wolves lost again. I think Wolves going down. I have a passion, not passion, but I have a affinity for Wolves because I was born in Wolverhampton, so I support Wolves tangentially. I don't necessarily support them in earnest, even though I was born there. Then we have Bournemouth tied with West Ham. West Ham were leading 2-0, and it was at Bournemouth. And Bournemouth has struggled a little bit, given how well they started the season. And then Fulham beat Sunderland 1-0. The same Sunderland team that tied with us, scored in the last minute against us. They tied. The game was at Fulham, though. Liverpool is... let me go next. Liverpool got slaughtered by Nottingham Forest. Could have been more, actually. Liverpool got chances, and they look good on the eyes. But they didn't play. They're reeling. They have 18 points, and they won their first 5 games and look like they're going to run away with it, and didn't bring in some of their stars yet. And now they're struggling, and people are asking for Arne Slot to go out. It's amazing how times change, right? You won the league last year. You spent £400 million. Everybody's saying it's all over. And then something happens and you're in trouble. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. At all. And then we had, so that's a good thing, Liverpool dropping points for us, for Arsenal. So they're now 8 points behind us. And then Man City, who could have drawn within a point of us, lost to Newcastle. Newcastle plays well at home. They don't play that well on the road. Their road record is atrocious. Harvey Barnes, who doesn't score a lot, scored 2. The one player on Newcastle I think is very underrated, and it takes time to appreciate his game, is Jacob Murphy. And when he first came, they brought Elanga in to replace him. And Elanga, to me, is overrated. He's just fast like some player I know. Very, very quick, but the substance is not what it should be. But it was interesting. Watch Jacob Murphy play. His crosses are on point. And he was playing in a wing-back position or in a back 5 yesterday, a deep back 5 when they were winning the game and they just had to go defensive. He rotated into the back 5. And he has played well quite a bit for Newcastle since he came to the team last year. And it'd be interesting to see if he retains his position, given that Harvey Barnes is scoring. Gordon is out when Gordon comes back. And Man City looked good on the eyes and created chances. Phil Foden missed a couple of sitters, frankly. They probably should have won that game. But Newcastle played well, especially Tonali, who looked very, very good. And then today we had Leeds playing against Villa. Leeds took the lead, and then, hey, Villa came back. Marcus Rogers scored 2 goals. The two brilliant goals to me. The first one at the near post where he chipped it in. The second one, that knuckleball free kick that he took. So interesting times. And now today we at the rub your hand derby, I call it. Arsenal lineup is what it should be. There are no surprises in the lineup. It's probably a regular team, apart from Kranky coming in for Gabriel. And I forgot to mention Gabriel is out for 2 months. That is the team. We need Havertz back. Havertz, I think, injured himself. Havertz, so we have no center forward. We don't have Jesus, who's been out for a long-term injury. We don't have Gokares, who's been out since, 3 games ago. And we don't have Havertz, so we don't have a center forward. We have a makeshift center forward. So it'd be difficult today not to have somebody up top to create more problems for the 2 center halves, Van de Ven and Romero, who are 2 really good center halves, actually. So Spurs is a good team. It's going to be a difficult game for Arsenal. We don't really lose it to them at home, so it'll be a difficult game, but we'll see what happens. And the Arsenal team is playing well. The last game we drew with Sunderland, difficult draw. Probably should have won that game. We don't create enough chances. I watched City yesterday. Create a ton of chances from open play. I don't know why we can't create chances. We have Rice. Rice is not the most creative player. He runs all day, very physical, fit, good free kick, good, take good shots. Can make a pass here and there, but those penetrative passes between the lines that Odegaard can do, that's not in Rice's repertoire. I think Eze need to do some of that. I mean, his pass to Martinelli when we scored, was it against City, was brilliant. His goal he scored the other day was good, but he needs to do more. He's almost 70 million pounds he cost, 7 mil. He needs to do more. And he's playing at the same malaise, slow pace he did at Palace. His game requires more urgency, and let's see if that materialized today. He needs to do more, frankly. Not to justify his price tag, but to keep his place in the team, because when Odegaard comes back, Odegaard will start. The question is, where does Eze play? Does he go on the left or does he go on the bench? My prediction is 2-1 Arsenal. I'm concerned about Gabriel not being there just because he's dangerous on set pieces, along with, his physicality in the defense. And he does make a lot of mistakes. When Gabriel first joined us, he'd make a mistake here and there and cause some challenges for us in terms of turnovers or bad play, or you remember him trying to take fouls and ref not calling those fouls and costing us games. But he has improved immensely. He's the leader of the team. To me, he's one of Arsenal, if not Arsenal's most important player. You'd be talking about Saka, but if you look at how we score goals this season, I think it's Gabriel. To me, he's been the MVP for the season so far. Defensively, we are good. Right? Defensively, we are very good with Saliba. I think Kranky is a very good player, even though he hasn't got a lot of playing time yet. Calafiori has played well. Surprise, Calafiori is not on the. He sort of, I wouldn't say withdrew from the Italy squad, but he wasn't played in the last game. So I guess maybe they're protecting him maybe for the playoffs. Not overworking him because he's very injury prone. And then we have the indomitable, the best right back in the Premier League. And maybe the best right back in football, or close to what's his name from PSG? He's up there as one of the 2 or 3 best right backs in football, and he's shown it. And so we're very good defensively. Now for Tottenham, they have a good team, not the most creative team. I mean, Kudus is not scoring a lot of goals, even though he's played well. And they seem like they're going with they're going very defensive, it looks like. They have Danzo. They're going with a back 5. Danzo, Romero, Van de Ven, Spence, and Udogie. Those are all defenders to me. And then you have Kudus out wide, Odobert in the middle, Bentancur in the middle, Polino in the middle. Yeah, is Richarlison the only forward they have? No, I guess Odobert plays outside. He probably play on the left. Kudus on the right, and Richards in the middle. So should be an interesting game, an interesting watch, actually. Let's see what we do. in the league in November. I think it's going to be a very difficult league to win. We should have won the Sunderland game and be going 8 points ahead. Now maximum we can go is 6 points ahead if we win this game. It's going to be a very difficult game. Very difficult game. We need our forwards back. We need the bulldozer in Odegaard back. In Gokares back, who bullies defenders or give them a hard time and create space for the number 10 in Eze or Saka or Trossard. We do need that physical force up front. Right now, we don't have that. But no, Float, I know you're teasing us. We haven't won the league. It's going to be a challenge. But we're going to do our best to do so. We're going to work on winning the league. Definitely going to work on winning the league. Definitely. We need to win this year. We won't get a better chance. Liverpool is struggling, and they're going to come good, I think, by the end of the year. I know it seems far-fetched at this moment, but they're too good a team not to play better as time progresses. I mean, Isak still hasn't gotten his feet wet. He's not sure how to play out left between Gakpo and all the players he has. And Salah is not being Salah. And in the middle, I mean, give Curtis Jones a lot of game, but I do think he'll figure it out. But we can't worry about Liverpool. We got to worry about Arsenal. And today the worry is about Spurs. Because derbies are a little bit different, right? Gabriel is a huge miss. 1 to 2 months out. I mean, Gabriel bullies people on set pieces. How will that work today? Not sure. Should be interesting how that works. I'm looking at something here. I see John Barnes and Thierry Henry. I am mad the game is on Peacock in the US because that means it's streamed. That means the stream is slow. It's not regular TV. They do that. They put some of the better games to force you to subscribe to Peacock versus on cable TV. So you're paying twice. You're paying for cable to get these games, and then you're paying for streaming service to get the games. It's sort of ridiculous, to be honest. But that's how it is. It happens. But looking forward to the game. Let's hope we get some good football, people. We don't want any boring game. We don't want to just keep recycling the ball. Let's take some risk and try to score against them. And they rarely beat us at home, but, it happens. But they're playing a back five today. So they're going defensive. Really interesting. But who they have to catch on the counter? Maybe Kudos. See, if you're playing a back five and your wing backs are not that offensive, I don't think Spence is that offensive. Idogi is, and he plays that inverted. I guess he plays Spence on the right, but yeah. Interesting. Timber's been our best player. No, I think Gabriel's been our best player. Timber's been phenomenal, but I think Gabriel's been our best player. And if you don't think about best player, you gotta think about the holistic player, defensively and offensively. Gabriel create chaos. Either he scores, he set up goals, or he creates so much mayhem in the box that teams have to respond to him, right? But Timber has been brilliant, especially defensively. I mean, the only game Timber looked out of sorts a little bit was against Man City, where Doku gave him a hard time. And Doku gives everybody a hard time. If Doku made that decision in the final third, he's basically unplayable now, but output is important, and he doesn't do enough in the final third to create those situations to allow Man City to score. If he did a better job, he'd be classed up there with everybody else who are deemed to be at the top of their game and best in world football, playing outside left. But it should be a good game. Let's hope we play up to our potential. Let's hope that Saka, Trossard, and Marino are ready for this encounter, and especially Eze, who questions starting to be asked. You're 10 games in, he needs to start playing better. But it's not even better. Get more involved. I think the problem for him is, when Odegaard was playing, Odegaard comes deep to get the ball. He'd come take the ball off Timber, take the ball off Saliba, but he would float right more often than not. Eze is more in the middle. and the middle is congested. Odegaard played almost like we had three people on the right between Odegaard, Saka. You rarely see Odegaard on the left. People don't seem to realize that. But Eze is much more of a floater and will go between, play both sides like a traditional number 10. And he's not touching the ball as much as you like. But you also got to go get it. You can't wait for it to come to you. You got to go get it. So let's hope he does that today. Oda says, big up all Chelsea fans. You would think Chelsea was playing today. But Chelsea's doing well. Chelsea's doing well. You can only beat what's in front of you, and they've done well. They play us soon, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get some of our players back by then. Madueke is back today, but he's playing where Saka plays, which is not the best thing. So he may not get in the game today. But I think he's going to help Arsenal this season, because if he can make better decisions in the final third, and where we hear a lot, whether it's Madueke, whether it's Doku, all these players and Neto, all these players have all these skill sets to get by their man, get on the line, get inside. That final ball, that's where Saka excels. Most time or not, doesn't result in a dangerous play. That's what Saka does really well, which is he gets in dangerous position and he creates dangerous situations. We don't always have that. For some of these other wingers who are more dynamic than Saka, can go by their man, and yet we don't get the output that you would expect, given what the optics suggest. But looking forward to the game. We are 8 minutes before game time. I think for this game, I expect us to control the midfield. I expect us to have most of the possession, because they're going to a back five, which tells me that they come to be very defensive, hard to break down and catch us on the break. Hopefully we don't get committed too far forward and leave ourselves susceptible to the counter, which happens a lot of time when you have a lot of possession. But we should have the edge being at home. Hopefully the fans also turn up. They can be very mild sometimes in their cheering, and they get nervous early. And I will see if we press and where we press and how we press. That should be interesting. But we should be able to turn them over deep and do something with the ball when we get it. And this is interesting. I wonder if Gokeres is ready, but we decided not to play him because of the game that we have this week. I find that curious. Let's see if that's the case. What we play Bayern on Wednesday. And Bayern is in ridiculous form, even though Diaz will not be playing, but because he got a 3-match ban for that awful tackle he made on what's his name from PSG. But it should be a good game. By the way, PSG plays Tottenham Wednesday too, so number of good games in the Champions League. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I'm going to be doing more of these type of games going forward in terms of EPL games. So bring yourself and others, and let's come talk football, engage in football conversations. As we have a lot of games. I may even do on the Champions League game this week. I haven't decided yet. The Arsenal game, or not just Arsenal. I'm going to do other games too, whether it's Man City or otherwise. If the opponent is of the quality or the caliber, which will generate conversation and engagement, I'll definitely do that. So we are 5 minutes before game time. As I said, I may be behind you because mine is streaming is Peacock, which is not the best. I'm actually watching on 2 streams, but one stream is Peacock is going to be the fastest of the 2 streams I'm watching on. So I may be giving you replays versus giving you the initial thing that transpired, given your feed may be quicker than mine. Looking forward to the game, though. Not London Derby are always special. Arsenal fans would probably give anything not to lose this game. They probably lose to anybody else except Spurs. I mean, the London teams in general, but Spurs more than anyone else. And you know what? It was funny, people. I don't hate Spurs, You know, some teams, I dislike Man U more than Spurs, actually. In terms of maybe because when Fergie was dominant and we used to be their main rival. We ain't worried about Tottenham then. I mean, Tottenham has got some good years with the Bales of world and the players like that. But yeah, players are in the tunnel. See Timber and Saliba and Rice and getting ready to come out. They're coming out the tunnel. It's 4 minutes to game time. You're here for the Watchalong. Arsenal versus Tottenham, the North London derby. Should be fun. Who are you picking to win, people? Let me hear what you're picking to win and what score. We gave up 2 goals to Sunderland, so we can stop going about having the best goal against record. Trying to compare to Chelsea 15, that's down the drain. Sunderland scored 2 against us, so our defense have been penetrating. That's when we added 1 more defending Mascara late in the game. So what score are you predicting? Those of you in the chat, what score are you predicting for this game? Were you predicting to win? What's the score? Nobody predicting the score? Just drop in the chat, people. Yeah, about what? 19 people? Drop in the chat. One thing I like, though, these fields are immaculate. I would love to play football on these fields, people. It's immaculate. Immaculate, immaculate, immaculate. That ball bounce true. You're not worried about trying to manage the field and the bumps and the field. You just focus on the ball and what you're doing. It's always a good thing. I think I'm gonna need my glasses to watch this game. Or do I? So I see Flo Seguna's 2-1. Yeah, I predict 2-1 too. I don't think we have the firepower to score a lot of goals. Troy Pinnock says 2-0 Arsenal. It's funny, people. If I was Lewis Kelly for Arsenal, where last year I ended this season, the starting left back, I'm playing brilliantly. I haven't had a bad game this season. I was brilliant against Olympiacos. And then I can't get off the bench. That's tough. I guess that's what competition places do, but that's difficult. And then I'm now third string at left back because Nkape comes in the game now instead of me, even though he's at center back today. But when Gabriel comes back and everybody's fit, I may not even get to change. And I want to be in the England squad. So that's interesting. Will he push to leave in January along with Nwaneri to try to get into the England team? Not saying Nwaneri is going to try to get into, but at least Lewis Kelly, who was in the team until he's no longer playing. So he's no longer playing. So therefore, he's been dropped by Tuchel. Yeah, so if you have just joined us, Spurs is playing with a back 3, Danzo, Romero, and Van de Ven. And then on the outside, they're playing with a 4-cross. Idogi, Bentancur, Paulino, and Spence. And up front, they have Odebert and Kudos. Richarlison is going to be the striker. So they're playing 3-4-3, and we're playing a traditional 4-3-3. Even though when we attack with, instead of more like a 3-4-3, we attack. You could call it a 3-3-3 sometimes, actually. With playing inverted with Calafiori and playing Rice a little bit forward. Game is off. Tottenham with a kickoff, going long. The Marino's offside already. It's not good. So Tottenham coming forward. Kudos for the ball, trying to play behind. I think Saliba has that covered. He's back to Rhea. Oh, shanks it. Ball played out, throwing to Arsenal. We're in the first minute of play. Score tied at 0. It's the North London derby. Saka plays the ball forward, trying to find Trossard, sorry. Game hasn't settled on yet. It's been a little bit kick up and kick down. Teams haven't settled. Arsenal with a throwing in the middle of Spurs half. Goes back to Saliba. Let's see how Kranky does today. He plays well for Ecuador, so let's see how he does today. Rice to Saka. Saka trying to beat Ndogi, got dispossessed. It'd be interesting to see how this 3-4-3 works today. How well they had a chance to practice it, given that they were on international duty. It's interesting. Arsenal coming forward, ball with Trossard, turns really well. Gonna go outside to Saka. Saka has Saka go inside, plays it to Eze. Eze plays it over to Rice. Good shot by Rice. Oh, that was close. Brilliant ball by Eze to Rice. Rice with the shot, blocked by Vicario. That could have been one. If he went either side, it's a goal. Good play by Saka. Plays it inside to Eze. Eze with a brilliant ball to Rice, who took it one time. Almost went between Vicario's leg. Outside for a corner. We have no Gabriel for that corner. That was a brilliant ball by Eze and a really good shot by Rice. Brilliant, brilliant ball. That's what we want from Eze. That creativity, definitely what we want from Eze. Corner to Arsenal. Let's see what we can do without Gabriel. Good corner headed in, headed out. Oh, that was a bad head by Timber. He just had to let it chip off his head. He had to put too much touch on it. So JFF sending out Jamaica Football Federation sending out some stuff about announcement of the squad. I guess it must be the women's team. Yep. If you just join us, we're in the 4th minute of play in North London derby. Arsenal versus Tottenham. Score tied at 0. Arsenal had a big chance a while ago. Good save by Vicario. Off a shot by Rice. Brilliant pass by Eze. I think Tottenham going to be defending a lot today. Arsenal coming forward. Timber looking to go over the top. I'm going to go back to Saliba. Saliba to Rice. Rice, really good ball into Marino. Marino coming forward. He goes inside to Timber. Timber back outside to Saka. Saka probably should go in the middle. He's going to go back to Zubamende. Recycling the ball again. Zubamende back to Marino. Marino trying to go over the top to Saka. Throw into Arsenal. You just join us. We're watching the watch-along for Arsenal versus Tottenham. Score tied at 0. We're in the 5th minute of play. Spurs is chasing people. Chasing. Can't touch the ball. Timber trying to go over the top. Loose ball. Got to make a better pass than that. Got to give Saka a chance to get it. Got to play it higher so when it drops, it doesn't skid off the surface. I think we should pressure up Vicario because he's not good with his feet. Arsenal again, the ball, just middle of their half. Coming forward. Kranky to Saliba. I think Trossard is open. He's going to try to go wide to Trossard, yeah. Throwing that pass was never there though. He was open for a bit, but then it got closed down. Seeing the Arsenal bench, all the injured people. Gabriel is there. Odegaard is there. Spurs coming forward or trying to come forward. Arsenal is pressing really hard. Spurs trying to go along over the top. Saliba heads it out. Throwing to Spurs. Arteta on the sideline giving a lot of instructions. Saka the ball to Marino. Marino got fouled. That's a hard that's a hard hit. That should be a yellow card. That's a hard hit right there. He was never going to get that ball. Yeah, that was a bad tackle. That should be a yellow card. He went right through the man. Right through the man. And see, Richarlison started his nonsense already, like he normally does. Arsenal coming forward. Rice. To Nkape. Saliba. You're going to play the Saliba Nkape. You're going to look at go along. Nkape trying to find Timber over the top. Idogi being pressured. Arsenal coming forward is Timber. Timber to Saka. Saka trying to go between the legs. Doesn't. Goes back to Amende. Goes back to Saliba. Who's down to Saka. Saka has room to maneuver. He's going down to the box. Trying to cross the right foot. Good cross. Headed out by Tottenham. Tottenham under a lot of pressure from Arsenal. A lot of pressure. They're trying to come out and trying to press coming out, but they're under a lot of pressure. Trossard with the ball. Turned his man brilliantly. Had a pass in, but decided not to take it the first time. And Timber playing really deep, people. Really inverted. I wouldn't call that invert. It's like he's playing like the 10. Ball over top to Timber. It looked like he's behind. Marino with a shot. Blocked out. Collected by the keeper. Tottenham under a lot of pressure. And Ramirez losing his mind. They don't go on tree float. They don't go on tree. Maybe the little kid Tyrese Hall could play that role. He's a Tottenham trainee. Maybe he can play that role. But they didn't want to bring him in the team in the first place. They put him on that squad list all the time, never bring him in. Bringing a bunch of recycled people who had no value. You just joined us. We're in the 10th minute of play. Arsenal Tottenham score tied at 0. Arsenal best chance so far went to Rice, which was saved well by Vicario. Really bad pass there by Rice. Not sure he was passing the ball. Kudos coming forward. Does not really go. Going to Spence. Tottenham not trying to take the air out of the ball. Try to play it around. They have space and room to maneuver. Good tackle by Saka. Out of bounds. Throwing to Tottenham. So who's showing the game in Jamaica? Who's showing the game? ESPN doesn't carry Premier League. I think there was some kind of blue channel or something. Throwing to Arsenal in the 11th minute of play. 10-18. It says on the clock. Score tied at 0. Tottenham is chasing goats. And Cappy trying to go deep. But Trossard, good play by Trossard, just trying to hold off his man. Arsenal is pressing. When Tottenham get the ball deep, we're pressing hard and pressing high. And float, that's how you press float. You see? You press with vigor and you press as a team and you press and close down the space. So unless the team goes high and long, they can't get out. The way Jamaica press is 2 people press and the others don't come, and there's room behind the first line of defense. Game is physical to people. It's physical. Trossard is down and doesn't look good. No, doesn't look good. I think his shoulder got hurt. He was getting up, and yeah, let's see what happens. I don't think it's his leg. I'm not sure what happened. Like his right leg or something. He's calling for the medics. He's not getting up. Martinez on the bench smiling. So is Madueke. Look like Madueke. They may tell him to go warm up. He's looking for instructions. Just join us. We're in the 12th. Well, it's like Madueke is going to warm up instead of Martinelli. That's weird. That's on the left. Madueke doesn't look good on the left, actually. Oh, he just got stepped on by Paulino. Didn't look that bad. Maybe it's that initial pain. I think he's going to be okay. Throw into Arsenal, playing with 10 men at the moment. So far, Tottenham hasn't put together any threat so far. Calafiori trying to find Marina down the line, throw into Arsenal. Good tackle by Paulino. Paulino is a take-no-prisoner player. Is Trossard back? Yeah, Trossard is back. So long throw to Calafiori. We now have no Gabriel, so won't be as effective on set piece as we have in the past. He's threw just short to Zuamende. Calafiori didn't have a chance to cross it. Ball played out. Headed out by Tottenham. Kudos with a really bad decision. But goal kick to Tottenham. Just join us. We're in the, I was going to say 15th minute, but I'm sure it's going to be a couple of minutes for medical timeout, given Trossard's injury. So we're in the 15th minute of play. Score tied at 0. Marino passed the ball. You had the opportunity to pass the ball. I don't know what you're doing. All you have to do was just pass the ball. You're trying to turn. Marino's always wants to sit on the ball. A lot of times he has the ball just to make a simple pass, and he sits on the ball for a while. Everything is done in slow motion for him. I understand that that's how Spain play a lot of times. But this Premier League's a little bit quicker. You got to play the ball quicker. Free kick to Spurs. Look how far up Richarlison is. They're trying to force us to come back. So he's going to leave it. He's not going to play the ball because he would never be able to get back. Bakaria with a kick. It's a good kick. It's a really good kick. But safely gathered by Raya. Arsenal ball to Timber. Timber coming forward. He's going to go inside to Nkape. I mean, it's a Zuamende, sorry. To Rice. Should go back to Zuamende. Timber's playing quite a bit. We playing with a back three also, That's what it looks like. We defend with a back four. It looks like we're playing the back three. Going forward, probably even a back two, frankly. So men just drop in between. So Saliba, Timber, go inside to Saka. Saka get dispossessed. Ball played by Califari. Eze tried to go back with a cute pass. That didn't work. Oh, no, that should be a yellow card, referee said play on. And Cape is down reeling. Not a good play by Kudos. Cross in the box by brilliant control by Saka. And being held by Idogi. He's being held, referee. He's being held. That's a foul. Okay, it is a foul. What? Look at this. Idogi trying to get physical. It was a foul. That should be a yellow card to Kudos, by the way. Things are getting heated, people. Somebody getting a yellow or red today, trust me. No yellow card for Kudos? I think that should be a yellow card. His foot was high. And then Cap, like a typical South American, is rolling even though he probably didn't get touched. So going to be taken by Saka, in-swinging free kick. I think Rice free kick is always out. I'm not sure why we're Saka taking this one. Maybe they're going to do it short. And Spurs decided to go deep versus trying to play the high line. Maybe it's a different approach, actually. I would have played it short to Rice and let somebody shoot it. Like Eze come more inside, go more towards Saka, and then give Rice a clear shot. Saka tried for goal. It's over the top. A little bit ambitious. I think our set piece is going to be not as effective today, given that we're missing Gabriel. If you just joined us, we're in the 18th minute of the North London Derby. Score tied at 0. Here comes Tottenham. Tottenham coming forward with Udogie being pressured by Saka. I think he probably got fouled. Saka won the ball. No, didn't call a foul. Merino to Timber trying to go find Eze. Tottenham coming forward again, or trying to come forward. We're pressing them really high, not giving them a lot of room to breathe. Foul on Zuamende, free kick to Tottenham. The back five is working so far. We haven't created much of a chance except the one chance where Rice took a shot and was blocked by Vicario. We don't create enough chances as a team which is so prolific, not even prolific, that plays so well and dominate the position. We don't create enough chances. Talking about the ball to play it out by Arsenal. Trossard pressuring Spence and trying to rile the crowd up. 20 minutes in, score still tied at 0. We're not creating enough opportunities. Not sure what we need to do as a team to really improve upon that. And Eze is not in the game as much as he should. Apart from that one pass he made, he's not really getting enough touches. We're very right dominant today, as we normally are. And that may not be the best for the team, frankly, to be honest. Here comes Spurs. No, try something that doesn't work. That's not a foul, referee. Kudos battle and got that ball in. Arsenal won it back. I'm going to start the play again. Raya to Saliba to Timber down the line to Saka. Foul against Saka by Van de Ven. Saka, for a very small player, Saka does a very good job of shielding the ball. Here comes Arsenal again, 21st minute, score still tied at 0. Saliba to Timber, back to Saliba. We recycle the ball quite a bit, but we're not being penetrative. Rice to Timber. I'm sorry, not Rice. Zubamende to Timber, back to Zubamende. See, Eze just jogging in the middle. He's not pulling anyone out of place. He's just trying to find that little space, and it's not there. Timber tried something, played out of bounds, throw into Tottenham. Bad pass by Timber, or attempt to pass. So far, Spurs hasn't taken a shot at goal. We have had 6 touches in the box. They have had 2, and their touches have been more headers than anything else. Throw into Spurs, 22 minutes. Spurs coming forward and look dangerous. They have room and they have space. Ball played up by Nkape. Headed out by Saka to Marino. Marino fouled by Ndogi. Should be a free kick to... Oh, he's calling it a throw into... That was a foul. A throw into Tottenham. That's a bad call by the referee. That was a foul. Nkape to Saliba in the 23rd minute. Score still tied at 0. Spurs is starting their defense about 7-8 yards in their own half. So the field is condensed and it's very hard to penetrate. That's where you need Gabriel to go over the middle, go over the top and try to get something like a header in the box, especially on set pieces. We need someone to run from behind. Eze coming forward. The Timber out to Saka. Should go back to Eze quickly. And bad pass by Saka. It's nobody's ball. And Zubamende coming forward. Good run. Goes back to Timber. Back to Zubamende. Back to Saliba. We need a little bit of magic to break this down. I think Eze was open a while ago. They didn't get him the ball. Arsenal is playing, is really trying to trap Tottenham, give them no pass when they get the ball, actually. Trying to come out. Really pressuring them. I think Eze got to sit on the ball a little bit. When he gets it, he's got to really just put his rear end on, sit on the ball a little bit, and then make the wall pass. Don't just try to do it quick right away. And they also got to get the ball into him quicker. He's in the hole. He had a ball a while ago, right side. He was in the hole. The ball should have been played to his right, so he could turn to his right. Couldn't do anything with that ball that was played a while ago. Even the one Calafiori gave him was a really bad pass. Here comes Arsenal in the game in the 25th minute. Score tied at 0. Rice out to Calafiori. Calafiori coming forward. Plays out to Trossard. Trossard should have made that pass to Calafiori. He does that all the time. That pass was there. The defense is backing up. You go back, they just regroup and reset, and makes it difficult to penetrate them. So Saliba to Zubamende, out to Timber. Timber's going to go back to Zubamende. And we have no spacing behind Spence. There's nothing. The Tottenham defense is really well structured, really well organized. Zubamende tried something between the lines. The pass just wasn't there. He just joins me in 26 minutes. It's a game of chess, and Arsenal is not winning that chess game so far. If you just join us, we're watching the North London Derby. Not the most exciting game so far. Tottenham came to park the bus, and we're not doing the best job of finding ways to be creative to penetrate them. We're pressing really high, trying to force the game, but it's not happening. I think we're trying to draw them out, but they're not. They're well organized, well coached. Arsenal come forward again with Rice, out to Saliba. We're trying to suck them in, but even when they go upfield, they're really, really organized, and they're moving in tandem. Saka coming forward, trying to create something. And we are getting out of position too. Everybody wants to do something dramatic, and because the structure is not working now, we're playing is not working. We see people going to different positions that they normally don't going before. This is Eze trying to turn. Trying to do something, but it's hard. People like Paulino, when they're playing defense, they play really well. And Cape go out wide to Trossard. Trossard coming forward, looking for a pass. Doesn't have any. And he tries to go inside. He won it back. Again, he tries something which doesn't work. He's trying something that doesn't work. The play was never there. Game is a little bit all over the place. Here comes Kudos, trying to go inside. Won by Arsenal to Nkape to Rice. Rice to Zubamende back to Nkape. He should go out to Calafiori, decide not to. Decided to come back to Saliba. Going to start the play over again. If we go from right to left now, Trossard is wide open. We take too long to see those plays. We don't realize that there's a semi-counter on. And if you switch the ball quick to Trossard, then you put you in a good position. Now Trossard has it. There's nobody in the box. He's trying to find Calafiori, who may have been offside, actually. Ball plays back to Rice. Rice cross over the top. Headed out by Tottenham to Timber. Timber's shot is blocked. Arsenal plays down in the box. Ball won by poor pass by Zubamende into Timber. Timber in on goal. Good shield by Van de Ven to get ahead of Timber. Here comes Tottenham again. One thing with Arsenal player, they cover each other. Look at Saka covering for Timber a while ago. Really good cover by Saka. Arsenal does play a lot of defense. Players work really hard on defense. Maybe that's why we have so much injuries, because it takes a lot of the... There's a benefit to it defensively, but you paid. Physical toll is significant. .38 minute, free kick by Tottenham, score tied at 0. Charleston and Timber. Throw into Arsenal throw into Tottenham deep in Arsenal territory. Good battle between Timber and Richarlison. It's going to be a long throw in by Danzo deep in Arsenal's territory. We got to think about this as Arsenal, which is if we can get this out, Can we break? We don't have any speed up front. Marino is slow like molasses. Saka is not the fastest, and Trossard sure is not quick. So we don't have a Jesus or even a Gokares in that situation. Thrown by Danzo. It's a good throw. That's dangerous. It was a foul, though. Yeah, it's a foul against Tottenham. Throwing nowadays, we have gone back to the old days of Stoke with the lap. Throwing nowadays have become a big piece of creating goal scoring opportunities. Really a big part of the offense for many teams, actually. Arsenal coming forward, Califiero. We haven't broken down Spurs. We nothing penetrative. Come on, Eze, get in the game. Stop walking right in that box right there, in that little gap, that space at the center circle, right above it. You got to move. If you want the ball, you got to go come get it. And Marino playing center forward looked like he's playing more like in a midfield position. Saka, brilliant move by Saka. Pull down. Should be a yellow card. What a brilliant move by Saka. Went between the legs. Got pulled up by Bentaker, and that's a yellow card. It's a really good play by Saka. Went between the legs of Van de Ven. Gave him that nice nutmeg. Get him out of play, and then Bentaker took him down. If he didn't take him out, we'd be in. Watch this, King. You're saying Kudus versus Saka? No, Saka is the better player. If you just join us, we're watching the North London Derby. This is the Watchalong. We are 32 in the 32nd minute. Maybe the 33rd minute. And scores tied at 0. Free kick to Arsenal. Saka tried to go the last time. He needs to just put the ball far post. We have nobody at the near post. I don't know why we do that. And again, really good shot by Saka. Good save by the keeper. Tottenham going to go long. It goes long. Played up by Rice. Throw in. No. Arsenal won it. Arsenal coming forward. Califieri to Trossard. Ball played out of bounds by Tottenham. So second time Saka tried a shot. It was a really good shot. Maybe you need to go near post next time because the near post seems to be open. Long throw by Califieri. Good throw. Headed out by Tottenham. Eze with it. Plays it out to Zumende, to Califieri, trying to play over the top to Trossard. Trossard brings it down. Cross in the box. Ball collected by Vicario. No Gabriel around to dominate in the air. It's a big miss for Arsenal. Big miss for Arsenal. Throw into Arsenal. On the right side, deep in Tottenham's half. Tottenham came with their low block today, and it's effective. We really haven't gotten behind them except for one so far. They came for a point and try to snatch a victory. They can get a break. So Arsenal coming forward. And Cape to Zubamende to Saliba. I think Timber has a chance to go behind. Timber should have gone behind a while ago. I'm not sure why he stopped. That's where the space is. Saka should go inside and Timber goes behind him, like on the right. That's where the space is. The defense is really well organized. Good turn by Timber. Ball out to Marino. Marino over the top to Trossard. Trossard is in. Goal! Brilliant goal by Trossard. Brilliant pass by Marino. Pull them in. Great goal by Arsenal. Great goal by Trossard. I was wondering to break on that defense. That ball was over the top. Ball played to Saliba. Saliba comes forward. Plays it back to Zubamende. Trying to break them down. It went to Rice. It went back to Saliba. Saliba turned it back. They keep playing and probing and searching. It was back to Saliba. Saliba then dribbled past Bentancur. Went to Saka. Saka played inside to Timber, who was very calm with 4 men around him. Then played to Marino, who was looking for a pass, couldn't find one. And then saw Trossard running. And Trossard ran off his man. Ball was behind him when he controlled it. But he put it in. Let's see if he's onside, because that should be close. It's probably very close. Really good pass by Marino, though. And Trossard controlled the ball, was behind him. I thought he kicked and missed, and it went off the defender, actually. So the question was it going into the goal? Let's see if he's onside. I haven't seen VAR yet. I normally try not to get excited until VAR says yes. But a really good pass. We have Marino playing like how Kane plays, very deep, making a pass over the top. But it's a really good play by Timber to have 4 men around him and be so calm, make the pass to Marino. And yeah, he's well onside. Udogie was keeping on. That's why you have to get the defense organized, people, because Udogie should not be there. Here come Arsenal again. Calafiori looking to cross of the box. Oh, horrible cross by Calafiori. Oh, that's a horrible cross. It's a really good pass by Marino, though, to find Trossard. We did a good job of bringing it down, just bringing it forward, then try to kick, and it was blocked by Van der Ben and went into the other side of the goal from where the keeper would have been diving. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0. And Arteta is beside himself with joy. Arsenal fighting really hard, though. They're up-muscling Spurs. Here comes Rice again to Calafiori. Calafiori to Zubamende. It's going to be interesting to see how we play Bayern. If we win this game, we'll play Bayern because we dominate possession in these games. Timber coming forward. Plays to Saliba. Our center backs are such really good footballers. That's the great thing about it. They just not only can defend, they're actually good on the ball. All the Arsenal players are technically very good. And Marino is not even playing center forward. He's playing deep. He's like he's interchange. Like playing the false 9 between him and Eze. I'm not sure what Eze is not doing what Marino is doing. Because Marino is coming back and getting the ball. Real deep. So they're rotating Marino and Eze. Calafiori on the line. Good back hit by Calafiori. Really bad pass by Trossard. It should be a foul against Arsenal. Yeah, I'm not sure what Eze seems lost sometimes. He doesn't look at how Marino is coming back to get the ball, and he's getting enough touches. He probably has much more touches than Eze. Eze still just in the pocket, just strolling around. He's not moving vigorously to go get it or create space for his teammate. Here comes Spurs. Foul against Saka. Saka is down. The referee's having a stern word for, I'm not sure who put Saka down, but yeah, he's in some pain. Shouldn't have gone again. The ball came to Timber. He had 4 men around him, and he found a really good pass to Marino, who then created space and then made a beautiful pass to Trossard. Here comes Arsenal again. It's Raya to Saliba. Saliba looked really good ball into Zubamende. Plays it over. Trying to find Trossard. And here comes Arsenal. Trossard to Saka. Saka inside to Timber. Timber crosses. Walk by Rice to Eze. Eze looking to shoot. Goal! Brilliant goal by Eze. Boom! Boom! Eze looking room and put his laces through it. That's what he does. Man's a goal scorer. And this was a team that wanted him. This was a team he almost signed for. And he didn't want to play against his boyhood club, and he's done it. I think Frank will have to then come out to play football. It may be worse, people. Really good goal by Eze. I thought he had lost his chance. Ball came forward, played over by Zubamende. Timber then played to Trossard, who went down the line, cut it back, played into Saka 1-2 to Timber, who crossed it, headed up by Danzo, controlled by Rice to Eze. Eze moved it inside, beat his man brilliantly, and took a shot. Brilliant move by Eze. Just moved the ball away, beat two men, and took it. The question is, did anybody interfere with the goalkeeper? That's the question. Because we had 2 men in offside position. So let's see what happens. I don't think so, though. Nah, keeper's sight was clear. So let's go. They weren't interfering with play. Brilliant goal by Eze. Beat his man nicely. And he hit off a defender again. That's interesting. Seemed a lot of touches. Ball deflecting off defenders. Because Tottenham is so deep. They're playing too deep. They got to play a little bit higher. You got to have room between your goalkeeper and your back four or back five. They're too deep. Now, the one time they play a little bit high up, Trossard went behind them to score, but I think they're a little bit too deep because they have so many men deep. They had 6 defenders there, and they're all looking at each other. Arsenal trying to come again. Ball headed up by Marino. Ball to Saka. Saka tried to play it over to Trossard. Here comes Tottenham trying to come forward. Marino fighting. We're in the 43rd minute. Game between Arsenal and Spurs. And Arsenal is up by 2-0. And Spurs players look dismayed and confused because even with the back five, they're still getting penetrated. 2 goals in the first half. Brilliant goal by Eze. He has that. Second Premier League goal of the season. And 2 very good goals that he scored. Here comes Trossard trying to beat this man. Here we go again. If you just join us, we're in the 43rd minute. Arsenal leading Spurs by 2-0. Arsenal fans are beside them. Fans. See Odegaard and Gabriel. Man, you hurt yourself with that celebration. You know you're both injured. Yeah, there's no comparison, people. I think most of the big teams would beat most of the countries for the because remember, your club team, the top teams in the world, is a combination of all the best players, right, from all the countries. You have 200 countries in the world who are members of FIFA, so it's less so. You talk about the top 10 club teams, and they're going to get all the best players. Yeah, it's a different story. Good ball by Kudos. Kudos is trying, but Arsenal pressure is something else. The pressure is there. Here comes Spurs again with Romero. Romero, a good ball into Bentancur, plays out to Danzo, to Spence. Spence back to Danzo. When Tottenham get to the halfway line, it's a different story. The press is really, really challenging for them. What is Udogie doing? What's he doing? He's going to get himself in trouble, you know. He's had the same thing with Saka before. I'd love to see that again, actually, what transpired. We can't afford to lose Timber, so Timber don't get into anything with the doggy. Let me see if I can see what happened. Yeah, he took down Timber for no reason. Timber trying to get up and he took him down. Maybe Timber had held him up before. Free kick to Tottenham. (46-minute), 3 minutes of extra time. So in the 46th minute, and that 3 minutes may have been Trossard's injury. Bad kick by if Marino had showed more composure, he could have scored that goal, people. If he controlled that ball and tried for the goal, that was an awful kick by Vicario. If he had controlled the ball and tried to go, he tried to go one time. If he controlled the ball and Vicario is way out of his goal, he shouldn't have tried a one-time shot there. Control the ball and try to go long. Vicario would have been scrambling. Charleston is down complaining to the referee, but hey, it's physical, Ricard. If you're in the middle of the park, center forward, it's very physical in the Premier League. I'm watching this kick again by Vicario, where Marino got the ball. If he controls the ball, people, he could score. He shouldn't have tried that one-time shot. There's no way Vicario would have gotten back. Goal kick by Raya. Foul called on, is that Marino? Yep. Free kick to Tottenham. 47th minute, almost 48th minute. Score tied at, well, not scored, not tied. Arsenal leading by 2-0. Goals scored by Trossard and Eze. Here comes Tottenham again. I must admit, Tottenham doesn't even look dangerous. Arsenal is pressing. Eze is pressing. Trying to press. I think part of the strategy is to press Vicario, actually, when he gets the ball. It's almost like pressing Blake, who plays for Jamaica, not good with their feet. All right. If you just joined us, we're at halftime of the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham. Arsenal leading by 2-0. If you want to call in people and give you 2 cents, it'd be good. Phone line is open. Tell me your views on the first half. It was a very good first half for Arsenal, by the way. An easier game than I thought it would be. I think a lot of Arsenal, if I was to take a step back and think about the game, Arsenal dominated possession. Tottenham have tried, but they haven't really gotten over half line. I think the 4 at the back means that they have less quality in midfield, and also part of that then disadvantage them because they're being very defensive. They can't get out. He has to change the strategy. He has to go with a 4-3-3 versus a 3-4-3 because we're dominating possession. They can't get out. Their wing backs are not that technical to create opportunities to allow them to move up the field. And that's part of the challenge that they're facing. We were struggling to break them down until later in the half. But once we did, it became a little bit easy, frankly. They have to do better. But I'm not complaining. I did pick us to win 2-1. Hopefully it works out to be like a 4-1 or something. If we look at the first half, I'm looking at Sofa score here. Trossard, Rice, and Eze have really good scores. Other players are below that. No Tottenham player have a score over 7. And I think the worst players for them have been Richarlison, Bentancur, Van de Ven, and Odebert. Well, you could add Spence in that mix along with Danzo. It's not a pretty picture for Tottenham. They have created no threat. I don't think they've taken a shot at Raya yet. No, they haven't. Yeah, they haven't. So what's the possession stats? I don't know where I can see the possession stats here. Let me sure we can pull this up. And by the way, people, I can't listen to the commentators on TV because obviously I don't want to get myself in trouble with YouTube. So let me try to pull up some stats here. But Tottenham is not in the game. They're playing like a Burnley would play against us. You'd think in the North London derby would be much more competitive. But it's not. And the stats are that we're going to win easy. The betting is that 78% that we'll win, 11% for a tie, and 11% for a Tottenham win. I don't see that. Maybe a tie, maybe if they change their strategy, but yeah. But I'm trying to find the stats here, and I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Not showing up. Give me 1 second, people. You know what's funny about that comment, Mr. Man? You hear me talk about, do you know what good looks like? And do you know what excellence look like? That's the point. We know what good looks like. And when we see Jamaica play football, I know what you're alluding to, and we can't keep the ball for 2 seconds, and then we see a team have the ball and you can't take it off them, it does beg the question. It's all about coaching and technicality. How technical are you, how comfortable you are. And the example of that technical ability was Timber having the ball with 4 men around him and still found an outlet, which tells you everything, right? 4 men around you, still have the composure not to rush, not just kick it down the field, find an outlet, and then we progress the ball over to Rice to find Eze, who then created that space to score. So, yeah. Really, really good in terms of how we're playing. We're very comfortable. Because when you play in opposition and they're giving you no pressure, and we have been like that all season, people talk about Arsenal and how we're a failure and this or that. But if you look at the games we have played this season, there's been no game we have played, even Liverpool in the first game that we played, where we haven't been the team in control. Liverpool scored a brilliant goal against us. And granted, we haven't scored a lot of goals from open play as we should. Even though we've seen more of that coming with Eze, who have called out that he needs to be more aggressive and needs to create more opportunity for his team and his teammates and for himself. He needs to be on the ball more. He's such a gifted technical player. He needs to be on the ball more, and we're not seeing enough of that. He needs to be on the ball. He got to find a way to get in the game, because when he gets the ball, and he's the one player who can just take it and do something with it. He doesn't need to have a ton of room. All he needs is to get the ball. No matter who's around him, he can go by them. Now, Arsenal forces you to play with a sense of accountability and responsibility. What do I mean by that? Meaning, don't take unnecessary risk and create problems for yourself. Take what we call measured risk. Consider the facts and circumstances and make an informed decision about, do I pass? Do I dribble? What do I do? Don't just, you know what? I'm going to do it because it seemed like the right thing to do, and then you create a problem for your team. And that's why we're so good defensively, because we're not losing the ball in dangerous areas a lot. And then secondly, we're playing what's in front of us. Well, 6 points clear for now. Let the game finish first before I get excited. I like to see the final whistle, the fat lady sing, or whoever is singing. But no, it's a good look. It's a good look. Player stats. But now I'm looking forward to the second half. We're leading. And by the way, people are responding quite a bit to the show I did yesterday and the day before on the Jamaica football situation. I don't think Arsenal have those type of conflicts like Jamaica do. And by the way, you hear me talking people a lot about sometimes people need to emulate Spain and how they play football. That ability to control games, especially in the middle of the park, is an imperative and give you better than an even chance to win. When you can control the game and control the ball and control the tempo and get everybody in the game, people want to play defense when they know they're going to play offense. Yes, Odell, we play you next Sunday. Hopefully we get our center forward back. Hopefully we'll have Gokers back by then. By the way, he's back, so that should be interesting. That should be interesting. I'm not sure why I'm in SofaScore, but I can't see the stats for possession or the stats for shots. It's not showing up. I don't know what I'm not looking at right. Maybe I missed to press something. Let me just see something here. More show. I have the commentary. I have key events. I have okay. Next. So we have, it's not showing up. All it's showing me is that gambling nonsense. I'm not sure why. I'm trying to find the possession stats and not showing me SofaScore. I'm seeing the player stats and the rest and the score and all that, but I'm not seeing I am not seeing the team stats at all, which is not good. And by the way, Arsenal has how many players out? Odegaard, Gokares, Havertz, Jesus, Magalhaes. Sorry, Gabriel. I see Martinelli on the bench. I see Madueke on the bench. So when we get a full team back, I tell you we'll have some challenges. I think some of the kids will probably not change on match day. So if you just join us, we are watching the North London Derby. Arsenal leading by 2-0. Spurs didn't come to play. Spurs came and started with a back five. You can see the teams on the sheet. You can see right away with Danzo, Romero, and Van de Ven. That's the back three. And then they added, you have Spence and Udogie out wide. Not sure is the best thing because he doesn't have. Paulino is a very good defensive midfielder, but not the best ball handler. And Van de Ven is a good all-around player. I'm not sure that your midfield has to be able to compete with our midfield. Otherwise, you're in trouble. And we interchange quite a bit. Bless up DJ Dredger. And they haven't done that really well. And it's been a stroll in the park for Arsenal, to be honest. It's not been the most difficult game for Arsenal. Arsenal has played well. As we're playing like we normally play. We control possession. Our center backs, the one thing that Arsenal have done brilliantly since Arteta took over is they have bought technical players at all positions, including goalkeeper. That's why they got rid of Ramsdale. If you can't play with your feet, you can't play in Arsenal. It's like how Pep does it. So Raya is very good with his feet, probably could play out. All the players are technical. None of the players in the team, you have no player in the team right now who's not a technical player. You have the old-time defender who are physical and win the ball and all that. All Arsenal players, some like Gabriel are physical, but also very technical. And what allows them to do is to manage possession better, not feel rushed or challenged when pressured. They absorb pressure really well, which allowed them to control the game. And they have been doing that brilliantly in this game. But I think Frank made a mistake. Well, I won't say he made a mistake. He's away from home. He wanted to make shore up his defense and get caught out, but it hasn't worked. Yeah, he bought Ramsdale, but Ramsdale may have been a rush buy. Remember, he got rid of Martinez. He then bought Ramsdale, and he realized Ramsdale wasn't as good with his feet as we would like. And I called for Ramsdale head maybe 6 months into his tenure, and everybody was talking about how great Ramsdale was, and I realized that almost every single game he made a near fatal error, which was never taken advantage of by the opposition. I think Arteta got tired of it. And Arteta wanted Raya before. He tried to buy Raya, and Brentford wanted too much, so he backed off and went back in for him. But Ramsdale wasn't the answer. He was good in the air, but other parts of his game needed work. No, he wasn't a bad goalkeeper. He's not backup at Newcastle, but he wasn't the player. I used to be an Arsenal 101. Some friends of mine from London who have a podcast, and I used to be on there coming in the games, and I was always calling Ramsdale, and I would say we need to upgrade because he would make too many mistakes. Well, we have 2-0, and the way Spurs is playing, it's hard to see them scoring 2 goals and keeping us out. Because if they go hard and if they try to win the game, they're going to be much more open. Yeah, Wayne. They got to be careful it doesn't get embarrassing. I'm sure he's going to change at halftime. They're showing me the goal by what's his name from Villa. Brilliant free kick. Marcus Rogers. Here's the thing about Rogers, because people are talking about Rogers and Billingham and all that. Rogers is going to be a superstar. Rogers is a brilliant footballer, especially his dribbling skills. And if he can put goals in his armor, like he's doing now, he's going to challenge anybody for any position. They got to try to find a space for him. I think what England should do is play Rice in the 6, Billingham in the 8, and Marcus Rogers in the 10. So you have offense all across the pitch, and Billingham is a fighter. He's going to play defense, and Rice is a bull. I know they're trying to get Anderson there to play and then play Rice in the 6. I think they should play Billingham in the 8 and Rice in the 6 and Marcus Rogers in the 10. Or even Palmer. Palmer doesn't play the physical game that Marcus Rogers plays, but we'll see what they do. Our coach made more mistake. Yeah, but he's the coach. He can't afford to make mistake. Ain't nobody going to fire. Arteta going to be at Arsenal for a long time, people. He's going to realize that. One thing the Krankies are, if you see their team, the Denver Nuggets, all the teams, sports team they have, managers who win and put money in their pockets and help with the appreciation of their franchise get to stay longer than the norm. Right? Unless you have a problem like with the Denver coach where they fired him because I think he probably had a run-in with the Joker. But yeah. Arteta is going to be there for a while unless he decides to leave. Cole Palmer may be playing in the stands or on the bench. He's not starting. Unless he comes back and other people are injured, I don't see him starting. The 10 for England has Foden, Billingham, Rogers, Palmer, Eze. Eze may not even get in the team unless they play him out left because there's not much competition out left. You have Rashford, Gordon, probably Eze, who's versatile. Eze may not be on the plane. I think on the plane going to be Marcus Rogers, Billingham. They may force Foden in the team, but frankly, the way Foden is playing, he should be in the team, but we know how that works. If we don't win nothing this year, by the way, Tottenham making a change. Simmons coming on. Not sure who's going off. I would assume it's Odebert, or they go to a back. They probably go to a back four. Give me 1 second, people. I'm gonna give you a quick musical interlude. And around for a second. Give me a second. Be back in 1 second. Tottenham wouldn't even allow me to go away for a second. We scored as the game commenced. Huh? Wow. That didn't take long. That's 3. So ball played into Eze, who does what he does, put it in the net, like a center forward, left-footed. We say Eze had to do well today, and what a brilliant goal, people. He didn't even have room for that shot. That ball was bouncing up. He didn't have room. He just placed it in the far corner. Like, brilliant. He's going to be a hero after today. They were talking about him on AFTV that he needs to come through and do well today. And boy, has he solidified his place in the team. What a brilliant strike. Keeper has no chance. Tottenham coming forward with Odebert crossing the box. Played out by Arsenal. Wow, that's 3-0. And you step away for a minute. And as they put the ball in the net. This could be bad for Tottenham, people. This could be bad. The way this game is going, it could be very ugly. Very, very ugly. If you just join us, we're in the 48th minute of play. North London massacre. They call it derby. I call it massacre so far. Arsenal versus Tottenham. Arsenal leading by 3-0. Goals scored by Trossard and 2 by the man who I've been saying needs to get involved in the game, and he's doing so as a. So his ball into Timber. Timber played the ball, tried to play it inside, came back to Eze, and he just placed it brilliantly. What a brilliant goal. Arteta is losing his mind on the sideline. So the way this is looking, Arsenal coming forward again is Trossard. Try to beat his man. Blocked up by Spence. Collected by Vicario. Tottenham trying to play out now. I'm not sure that's the best thing to do. And our press is look at the press, people. See how the press is smart? Nobody's just rushing in. They're trying to time the press, right? They're trying to time the press where they get the team to play the ball, leave the keeper alone. Don't run to the keeper like we do, like Nikos is doing. Let the keeper have it. Cut off all the angles. Provide no outlet. You go to the keeper when he's in a difficult situation and you just rush him. So for him to make a mistake. Tottenham coming forward, 49th minute. So they move Danzo. Not surprising. And for Simmons, so they're trying to play. And Simmons finding gaps in the defense. They're coming forward now. Bad pass by Simmons. Trying to find Kudos. If you just join us, we're watching the North London derby. It's a watch-along, and it's a fun one today. Fun one. Arsenal dismantling their North Town rival Spurs. 3-0 and counting. Here comes Spurs, but Arsenal is there. Saliba is there. Saliba is such a Rolls Royce of a footballer. Here comes Saka. Saka foul, but ref plays advantage. Here comes Arsenal again. Trossard is getting in. Should cross the far post to Eze. Oh, just a touch by Romero. That would have been 3 for Eze. Cross in the box, headed out by Romario. Arsenal with a shot, blocked by Tottenham. Marino is offside. That's a good cross by Trossard. Just touched by Romario. Romario, I want to say. Romero, I should say. He barely headed that. That was going to Eze. That would have been a number 3. '50th minute. Goal kick. Not a goal kick, but free kick to Tottenham. Tottenham trying to come forward. It's a long day at the office. They haven't won at the Emirates forever. I can't recall the last time they won at the Emirates. And Tottenham had Kane and Son. They used to give us the runaround a lot of times. Difficult for us. And even then, we used to play them well. Trossard trying to come forward. Ball to Eze. Eze plays out to Saka. Saka inside to Timber. Timber tried to cross. Not the best cross by Timber. It's a bad tackle on Timber by Simmons. Not a good tackle. Not a good tackle at all. Bad tackle by Javi Simmons. I think they're probably international teammates, aren't they? Yeah, that was a bad tackle. That should have been a yellow card. That was not a good tackle at all. And those guys don't wear the biggest shin pads, do they? The score, Drew Ross, it's only 3, Drew Ross. It's only 3. It's only 3. Only 3, Drew Ross. Free kick to Arsenal will be taken by Rice. It's a set piece, no Gabriel. Not only is it a dangerous position for Arsenal, but with no Gabriel, doesn't appear that way. It's a very good free kick. Oh, that should have been number 4. That looked close. It was chipped off. I'm not sure if that was Calafiori. Ball played out to Eze with a ball over the top trying to find Timber. Here comes Tottenham. Kudos plays out wide to Odebert. He has 2 men. He's trying to go inside. Really good run by Odebert. Good play by Eze. Foul on Odebert. Good dribble. Good run by him a while ago. Free kick to Spurs. We're in the 54th minute. Arsenal leading by 3-0. Ball headed up by Arsenal to Saka. Trying to find Trossard. Good win by Marino. Trying to find Saka. Saka coming forward. Ball to Marino. The one thing you realize watching Arsenal play, they don't get ruffled under pressure. There's always angles being created to allow them to have a pass. I think this is where you practice really well as a team, where you create scenarios where that pressure is really evident and you work around it. What is Zubimendi doing? They score. What is Zubimendi doing? Great goal by Richarlison. What is Zubimendi doing? Ran himself into trouble for no reason. What is Zubimendi doing? Has an easy pass to make and he's playing with a damn ball. Huh? What are they dribbling? He's not supposed to pass the ball. And then Raya's off his line and great goal by Richarlison. What is Zubimendi doing? He has a pass, right? The man's right in front of him and he don't want to pass the damn ball. Damn. Just give away a goal for no reason. Great goal by Richarlison. Great goal by Richarlison. There's no reason to not pass the damn ball. He has the ball. The man is right in front of him, and he's dribbling, can't go nowhere. And we know we play Raya high. It's a great goal by Richarlison. That shouldn't happen. Let him back in the game. They had no chance. He let them back in the game with your asinine decision. He had an easy pass, and he just dribble for no reason. There was no reason to not pass that ball. None. And it's very unforgiving when you're playing CDM and you just play with the ball and don't realize what's happening. And Richarlison scored a brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. He took it one time. He looked up, took it one time. Didn't hesitate. Crazy. You have the pass in front of you. That was all self-inflicted. Here comes Arsenal again with Marino. A bad pass by Marino. There's no need to use it outside of your foot. It's inside of your foot. It's a horrible goal to give away by Zubimendi. And I had the pass in front of him and he's playing with the ball. Lesson learned, people. Make the simple play. There's no reason for him to take another touch. He had Nkapé, I think it was in front of him, and he tried to do something cute. Spurs were never in that game, and now they feel emboldened. Look, Marino had the damn ball to pass, and he's dribbling. Play the ball in front. Play what's in front of you, people. Why are we doing this? Marino had the ball to pass, the man in front of him, and what is he trying to do? I have no idea what he's trying to do. We're making the game difficult. We're not trying to do too much touches. We have easy pass in front of us, and we're making more touches than we need to. You win the goal 3-0, you're comfortable, and you see them decide to give away a goal. Because we know Raya plays high, so anything get one, that's high risk football into the possession football. Come on, Marino, let the ball quicker. You're taking too long to pass the ball. Arsenal coming forward. Califieri with a horrible pass. We're just creating situations which don't warrant what is happening. Self-inflicted wounds. We're cruising and give away that goal. Here comes Trossard. You need to cross it, Trossard. Just cross it. Trossard, just cross the ball. You ain't got no speed to go by nobody. Just cross the ball. Yeah, that's a bad goal to give up. That was just asinine on Zubomendi's part. Like you're playing in dreamland. You're too comfortable. 59th minute, Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. That goal should never be scored. Not that way anyway. See, when they pressure Vicario, people, see how they pressure him? And Rice is down. Not sure what happened there if he got Rice. But Tottenham broke the press on the coming forward. Or the bird crossing the box. Ball headed up by Arsenal. Arsenal looks like we're getting tired a little bit. Here comes Jamie Simmons. He beat two men. Ball played out. Goal kick to Arsenal. Yep. Yeah, it was a bad decision by Zubomendi. Should be talked about in team meetings. Ball to Saka. Saka plays back to Saliba. Saliba back to ball to Nkape. It's going to go long, trying to find Trossard. Trossard be manned by Spence, but here comes Zubomendi. Oh, Spence took him out. Oh, he's down. Wow. I think he's going to be up. I don't think he's that bad attacker, but he went through the ball. And now Zubomendi is out of position. It's not a good look a while ago. Somebody stepped on Eze. We're in the 61st minute of the North London Derby. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. Yeah, it has to be Richarlison. And he kicked on purpose and then pretend. That's what Richarlison does. He has a little bit of sinister in him. He could have just gone try to get the ball. He made sure he left a foot in. It's a brilliant goal by Richarlison, though, but that goal shouldn't have been given up. Yeah, they're not encouraging people to come play for Jamaica. That's all I'll say about that. Trossard against Spence, trying to shield Spence. Throw into Arsenal. Should be a throw into Calafiori. A lot of arguments on the sideline. And, not on the derbies are. They're not fun. They're painful. They're fun, but they're not fun. Free kick to Arsenal to be taken by Rice. We got to make sure we're balanced defensively, though. To me, you have too many people out. And if Spurs win the ball, we're going to be chasing. Really good free kick. Punch up by Vicario. Eze with a shot. Oh, why didn't you shoot it, Saliba? Saliba had a shot to shoot it one time, and it's now throwing. All you do was take the shot one time, and he tried to bring it down. It's just gone one time for the shot. The space was there. By the time he decided to take it down, the space closed. Tottenham going to make 2 changes. Sarr and what's his name from France coming in. Was it Colomwani? I think he's going to be coming in. Arsenal trying to pressure Vicario, and they know he's not good with his feet. Arsenal still pressing. Brilliant turn by Paulino. This is what Jamaica midfielders don't do. See that turn by Paulino to get rid of Rice? That's what we don't have. Here comes Odegaard. Arsenal under pressure. Here comes Simmons with a good shot, saved by Raya. Straight to Raya. That's what Jamaica midfield doesn't have. The ability to turn, roll your man, and get out of trouble. We don't have that. None of our players have that in their locker. We're in the 64th minute. Free kick to Tottenham. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Yeah, the back four is working better for Tottenham. They're much more in the game and get much more opportunities. And they're finding gaps between our defense. Tottenham come forward again. If you notice, when we're pressing, everybody's looking around to see where everybody is. They're not just pressing without thinking. Now we're giving Tottenham room, and they're playing the ball in the back and pulling us out. They're not moving us around, which they weren't doing in the first half because they had too many defenders on the field. Now Simmons is going in between the gaps, going between the lines, and we have to readjust our defense. And now they're getting much more possession than they had in the first half. And Arteta is trying to bring his team forward. Throw into Arsenal. 65th minute. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Spurs making 2 changes. Odegaard is off. I think he plays okay. Colomwani's on. And Bentancur is off. Sarr is on. It's almost like for like switch. A forward, more of a center forward, and a midfielder for us, forward and a midfielder. Throw into Arsenal the Calafiori. Ball into Marino, trying to find Saka. Oh, just miscontrol by Saka. If he went one time, he may have been able to score. If he tried to go to goal one time versus trying to control it. It's a really good play by Arsenal, though. Here comes Spurs again. '66th minute. Arsenal leading by 3-1. I don't know. Good question. We'll see what happens. I don't think so, though. They know they can't win with locals only, so that's not going to work. And they won't even come close. They probably embarrass themselves. Right with a pass to Calafiori. Free kick to Arsenal. 67 minutes. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Spurs were not in the game, and Zubimendi brought them back in the game with that decision not to make that pass early. Declan Rice trying a 40-yarder, trying to find not a good ball. Not a good header by Spurs. Here come Eze. Ball back to Saliba. Saliba plays it wide out to Timber. Timber to Eze. Good move by Eze. Eze wide out to Timber. Timber beat his man nicely, trying to go to Saka. Timber again to Eze. Eze got dispossessed again. We're playing the ball in tight space, which is not there. That play was never on. Richarlison in the box. Really good cross. Goal kick to Arsenal. Yeah, that ball to Eze was never on. That was played in by Timber. If you just join us, we're watching the North London Derby. We're in the 69th minute. Game between Arsenal and Tottenham. Arsenal players down. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Marino is down. Not sure what happened. And he hasn't gotten up. He got hit in the face. Yellow card being given by the referee to somebody. Marino say, no, I don't get up. I think it's Van de Ven. Didn't get a yellow already. Who got the yellow earlier? I think he got a yellow. Who's giving the yellow card to? Giving the yellow card to Marino? Who got the elbow? That's strange. I'd agree for that, but Arteta don't like to make subs, especially when he's winning. I'm not sure he got the yellow card too. Marino got the elbow. Could he get a yellow card? We're in the 70th minute. The North London Derby between Arsenal and Spurs. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Really? I didn't hear about that. What you guys heard about that? Free kick to Arsenal. Where you guys that thing from Brown Man Security? I haven't seen that anyplace. I've read about it. I haven't heard about it. I haven't seen it. '71st minute. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Free kick to Arsenal. Raya got to be conscious not to be too far this goal. Actually, and had the same situation happen to him a while ago. Eze trying to head the ball. Here comes Arsenal. Saka in the box. Saka trying to shoot. One-time shot. Great save by Vicario. Good shot by Saka. One time trying to go far post. His left foot is online today. That ball was probably going in. Yep, it would have been going at the far post. Need a little bit more power. Corner to Arsenal to be taken by Rice. 72nd minute. Arsenal leading by 3-1. Spurs took one shot on target. Two shots. Simmons took one. And one that was scored by Richarlison off a turnover by Zubimendi. That shouldn't have occurred. So corner by Rice. Bad corner. Eze with a shot over the bar. Should have probably played it back to Rice. Yeah, 72nd minute, and Arteta hasn't looked at his bench. That's Arteta for you. I think Trossard could go for Martinez. Martinez could go for Trossard, actually. We're still trying to press, though. Spurs trying to play out. Califuria pressure. Trossard played the ball down to Rice. Rice plays it inside, left alone to Trossard. To Zomende. Trossard trying to play it inside, corner to Arsenal. If you just join us, you haven't hit the like button, please do so, people. I'm trying to do more of these streams, make it worth my while and your while. If you have a suggestion about how to improve the stream, it's welcome also. '73rd minute, Arsenal 3, Spurs 1. Free corner to Arsenal to be taken by Declan Rice. Got to hit the far post, Declan. Corner not being great today. This is a better corner. Oh, Arsenal missed that. Wow. Timber missed a sitter. I have no idea what he did. I have no idea what Timber did. Here come Arsenal, ball out to Saka. Saka plays it inside to Marino. Marino take too time long to turn and turn it over. Here comes Simmons. Really good play by Simmons. Plays out to Kudos. Kudos looking to go far post. He does, but straight to Raya. Not a good cross by Kudos. Marino sometimes take too long to turn. What was Raya doing? What did Raya do a while ago? He just threw the ball to Kudos. What the hell was that? He just threw the ball to Kudos for no reason. We're just trying to self-destruct. Saliba and Richarlison are having a conversation. Saliba is not happy. And Richarlison is an antagonist, so you have to watch him. Yeah, he pulled down Saliba a while ago. 75th minute, Arsenal leading by 3-1. Throw into Tottenham. I don't think we have anybody warming up. I guess they're not making any change today. Marino pressing by himself. That's not smart. Marino coming forward, trying to play the Trossard. Trossard going forward. Cross it to Eze, who put it in. Eze has done it again. Man is on fire. Boom! Eze has done it again. He's lethal in front of goal, people. Lethal. He's like a striker. Lethal. He got that ball turned and his far corner and hat-trick today. Saying you're talking about AFTV, Eze is now an Arsenal legend. That's all you have to do is score an hat-trick in the North London derby. He got 3 chances and he put them all away. Wow. That was a brilliant goal. Let's see if Marino was onside, because I'm sure Marino was onside when he got the ball the first time. So we'll see what happens. Ball came over. Now he's onside because Van de Ven is back. Marino to Trossard. Trossard came forward, crossed to Eze, who turned inside, left Idogi on his butt, and put in the far corner. Brilliant goal. That's the Eze we've been looking for, people. That is the Eze we've been looking for. Where has he been? Where's that Crystal Palace Eze? Now he's going to get more chances at Arsenal. And he's taking them with both hands. This is the game he needs to come through, mark his stamp. And Odegaard, it's going to be hard to get him out of the team. Yeah, he scored goals for fun. And the thing that he has a technical ability. Man, he must be out of his mind tonight. I don't know if it's suit the season. I'm not going to go that far, except to say when we have a goal scorer playing the 10, because Odegaard missed those goals. Marino does a good job of holding the ball up to Trossard. Trossard across to Eze. Eze just pulled. Eze just rolled his. he just pulled the ball, and Odogi was all on his butt. He's coming so quickly. Madueke is on. Who is off? Trossard is off. Madueke on. I think we should take off Saka, put on Madueke there, and then take off Trossard and put on Martinelli. I think I saw Martinelli on the bench. I think Spence is off and Poro is on. Wow. And I think they're going to put on Johnson too for kudos. I guess they're surrendering. We should take off Eze. He scored his hat-trick already. Yeah, put him in. Wrap him up. Wrap him up. Wow. Wow. That yeah, we place people don't realize how much work these kids do, you know. Here comes Saka coming forward. You have a chance to go to Eze. Eze again. Oh, it was almost 4. I don't know why he decided to go with his left foot there. I guess he's comfortable with both feet. Wow. That was probably one of the easier chances he's gotten. If he ever cut that ball a while ago, he'd have scored again. Wow, he almost had his foot. He was on target, though. Good save by Bakari with his left hand. That was almost 4. Wow, that was close. The fans are going crazy as they soon have his own song. Here comes Arsenal again. Ball to Rice. Rice into as they fell. Was trying to go to Madueke. Here comes Tottenham. They have 4 against 4. Is Yavis Simmons. Simmons with a shot outside the post. He's trying, but it ain't working. If you just join us, it's the North London Massacre. Should have been 4-0, frankly. Arsenal leading Spurs by 4 goals to 1. 3 goals, a hat-trick by Eze. Come on, Arteta, put on the kid. Put on Miles Lewis-Kelly. Make some change, coach. We have a game Tuesday against Bayern Munich. Come on, make some changes. They're not scoring 3 goals. They look like they can score 1 goal, much less 3 goals. Tottenham with the ball coming forward. We're in the 80th minute. Arsenal leading by 4 goals to 1 against a North London rival. Ain't much of a rival on this day. Tottenham coming forward. Or trying to come forward. Here is corner to Tottenham. Good play by Moani. Pressure in Saliba. We're in the 80th minute or 81st minute. Arsenal leading by 4 goals to 1. Eze having that day. It's all about Eze. When he scored for England against the other day, they asked about the Foden pass, which you and I could make. Just so disrespectful. So he decided to do it for Arsenal. And he hasn't hurt his chances of an England team because he's a goal scorer. He's one of the better goal scorers that plays in the middle of the park. Corner to Spurs. Headed out by Rice. Here comes Poro. Ball controlled by Eze. Trying to go long. He's trying to beat the keeper. Didn't have enough height on it. Trying to score one of those goals that Richarlison scored. I think Arsenal fans going to be ecstatic, given the margin of victory and the dominance. Eze to Saka. Saka should just go wide to Madueke. Madueke is 1-1-1. Madueke trying to go by him. She just crossed the far post. Did block corner to Arsenal. 82nd minute, Arsenal having fun. Yes. Good scorers who are very technical too. So Arsenal with a corner. Tottenham have, 5 and 9 men in the box. So their entire team. This was Eze's coming out party. And man, was it nice. Rice to take the corner. Rice hasn't missed the front man much today, has he? Ball played in the box, headed down by Tottenham. Arsenal, man, down in the box. Throw into Tottenham. 83rd minute, Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. I can tell you some people in London today are beside themselves, especially given the margin of, not only margin of victory, it's the dominance. They were never in the game. We brought them in the game with that really bad decision by Zubimendi. Apart from that, they were totally dominated. And when we win today, we go 6 points clear of Chelsea. And we have Chelsea next week. Hopefully we don't have any injuries after the Bayern game. Bayern game is not that important. We're doing really well. We haven't lost a game in Champions League, so we'd be one of the top 8 teams. But we want to test ourselves, but I don't want us to go too hard and get any injuries. Here come Arsenal again. Madueke trying to go around his man. He looks a little bit rusty. He looks rusty. Throwing to Tottenham, 83rd minute, or 84th minute. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. It's one of the beatdowns we've been in the Tottenham. It should have been 4-0, to be honest. And Arteta only made one change. The only change he made was taking Trossard off. I think he should have made more changes, but that's Arteta. I don't know why he's doing this. They have a difficult game against Bayern. Should have made a change. Offside against Tottenham, 85th minute. Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1. If you're on the bench, not London Derby, and you're young, you want to play. I don't know why he wouldn't put them on. Look like anyone near is going to come on. Maybe for Eze. So Eze can get his reception. Blessing Jargons. Yeah, I can imagine. He's probably crying. Here comes Rice to Madueke. Madueke inside to Califero. Califero outside to Rice. Oh, too hard. Played that ball too hard. There should be a change now. They're not making a change. I see Gorka is in the stand. I thought they said he was back, but I guess not. Here comes Tottenham. They have room on the right side. They have numbers. Timber just took the ball away from him, from Palomoini. Here comes Timber. He has options. Tried to go inside and didn't make the pass. He had options. There's no way Saka should still be on the field. That's why Arteta lets himself down, you know. That's why Arteta lets himself down. There's no way. What are we doing? What Tottenham not want to fight? And Richarlison want to fight. The referee just sent him off. What's that about? Yeah, he stopped the play. Why are you coming to the man's face and pushing him? Take your beat and go home. Arsenal players, don't get into this nonsense. Take your beating and go home. Yeah, the ref probably could have given Rice a yellow card, but why are you trying to fight? And they talk the ref into give Rice a yellow card. Like, ridiculous. And he should have been taken out of the game already anyway. I don't know what Arteta is doing. That's where he lets himself down. You have 3 goals. Take the play, take Rice out, take Saka out. That's nonsense. Why are you leaving them in the game? There's no reason for them to be in the game. I think Rice did say something to him, though, which was necessary. Yeah, when we win up by 3 goals, there's no reason for those players to be on the field. And he has quality on the bench too. It's not like he has players who can't play on the bench. Pedro Porro got a yellow card. I think Rice probably got a yellow card also. And Waneri is on for Marino. Marino had a good game. Didn't score, but his link up was good. And Capet looked like he's sore. And he's going to come off also. I think Mascara is coming on. He played a really good game. He's a quality player. We have a lot of quality players. I don't know how Arteta is going to satisfy everybody this year. I have no idea how he's going to do that. 88-minute, Arsenal 4. No, it's not a misprint. Arsenal 4, Spurs 1. I'm going to close the stream after the game, people. I have to run. I have some business to take care of. But I appreciate everyone's been here. Before you leave, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Here comes Arsenal against Zubimendi, trying to find Saka. Not the best pass. The one thing about Arsenal, everybody plays defense. No matter how technical you are, you're going to play defense. Calafiori to Zubimendi, back to Mascara, back to Raya. Arsenal coming forward again. Spurs pressuring us though. 89 minutes. Spurs not waving the white flag. They're playing hard. They're pressing us hard at the field. I think they should have probably did more of that earlier. Because when the pressure is very vigorous, it's hard to play through the press. But today was Eze's day. Man of the match. And one of the games of his life. Here comes Spurs. We're in the 90th minute. We'll see how much extra time they play. Shouldn't be a lot. I think Marino went down for a little bit. Shouldn't be more than 4 minutes. They probably run it off to 5. Here comes Madueke. Madueke to Timber. Should go to Saka. Saka should look for our post. He made a really bad pass. I'm not sure he was trying to find. Here comes Javi Simmons. Really good play by Zubimendi. Getting the ball off Simmons. Here comes Saka. Saka have Eze. Eze with a brilliant turn. This is Eze again. To Rice. Rice back to Eze. They're just having fun. Mascara to Saliba. 4 minutes of extra time. Yeah. I thought it was about that amount of time. Comes Zubimendi. Zubimendi does a good job, defensively, even though it may not seem that in terms of stature. He reads the game really well. And for those of you who are watching Jamaica team play, that's what we need in midfielders. They're well taught in terms of how they should play. It's not athleticism, it's more brain. Zubimendi is not the biggest player. Here comes Madueke. Oh, he got kicked down by Palomwani for no reason. I'm not sure what that's about. That's frustration. Free kick to Arsenal. We have 3 minutes remaining. Arsenal leading Spurs by 4-1. We gave them a goal. Brilliantly taken by Richarlison, but I don't think they took 2 shots that we saved today. We're putting on Lewis Kelly with 2 minutes remaining. Arteta, that's embarrassing. I have no idea. You want to say he's playing in North London Derby? You should think Calafiori didn't play for Italy. That means he wasn't probably totally there, and you didn't put on Lewis Kelly earlier. You're acting like he's a scrub. You're putting him on with 2 minutes remaining. That makes no sense to me. But that's Arteta and his game management, not the best. And we have Bayern on Wednesday. That should be an interesting game. Bayern doesn't lose much, and we only lost once this season. Madueke and Saka saying that they're contemplating something. Oh, I was pretty close. Is Arsenal Raya trying to go along to the Timber? Timber head inside to Madueke. Throwing to Arsenal. Just what's 1 minute remaining? The game is probably over by now because Peacock is a little bit slow. So if you just joined us, or if you're under a rock someplace, we've been watching the game between Arsenal and Spurs. The North London derby became the North London massacre. It became the Eze Day. Eze had a brilliant game, scored 3 goals and could have scored a 4th as Arsenal dismantled Spurs, and the newspaper will not be kind to Spurs because they look out of sorts. Arsenal just had a fun day. It wasn't even close. We just walked through them. And Arsenal is a very good football team. We don't win something this year, it'd be tragic, given how good this team is. This team is a very good team. Just need to get healthy, and Arteta to make the right decisions. He has so many good players at his disposal. 10 seconds remaining. Arsenal still pressuring defensively. Ref should blow it off now. I see him going to do it. Yep, that's it. That's it. Arsenal 4, Tottenham Hotspur 1. It's the Eze Day, we'll call it. Eze scoring 3, had a hat-trick. Arsenal on top of the Premier League, 29 points. Chelsea has 26. I'm sorry, 23, I should say, or not 26. It was a wonderful day for Arsenal. We made it look easy. It was easy. We weren't stretched or stressed. You can see the standings. See Arsenal leading by 6 points, having fun. Yeah, I haven't seen this actually. All right, everyone. I got to go, but thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel, people. Subscribe to the channel. And subscribe to both channels, Balanced View and also Kranky Live. Thanks for being here. Arsenal did the job. We're 6 points ahead. We're doing well. This was really soup. If you want soup, but tea is good, no meat, vegetable soup, or fish soup, that's Tottenham on today was soup. All right, people. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be back next week. Not sure what I'm going to talk about, but always going to be something. So peace out. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye. Kranky Life is the best to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Kranky Life will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Kranky Life, tell them. Kranky Life, heed them. Kranky Life, want them. Kranky Life. From the courts to the field, we'll never lose because Kranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Kranky Life, tell them. Kranky Life, heed them. Kranky Life, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life, where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Kranky Life, get to know the name because Kranky analysis is never lame. Kranky Life, give me my Kranky Life. I want my Kranky Life. Must have my Kranky Life. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Kranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat, and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Kranky life. Tell them, Kranky life. Heed them, Kranky life. Warn them, Kranky life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Kranky Live. Tune into Kranky Live. Like up Kranky Live. Subscribe to Kranky Live. Kranky Live coming to you on weekdays. Kranky Live sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Kranky will always bring the heat. Kranky Live. Me say fi tell them Kranky Life. Me say fi heed them Kranky Life. On them Kranky Life. Kranky Life will be around. Kranky Life is the best in town. Me say fi heed them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi heed them. Want them, heed them, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Kranky. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them. Heed. Want. Heed. Want. Heed them.